Good morning and welcome to your 2024 NXL. We're going to kick off here today with Denver Altitude versus Outlaw AP Factory. I'm Matt Falby and I'm here joined by Nicole. Nicole, say hello.
Hi, everybody.
All right, we're going to kick off. The sun is not even up yet and we've got paintball for you.
I kind of like it this way, though.
All right, Altitude on your left. They do a nice spread into the snake on the break. Looks like we're 5 alive both sides. Altitude starting to shift out to support their snake. Looks like we're going to lose the snake corner, however, for Outlaw AP, and sure enough, they're down 2 bodies. So it's 5-on-3 pretty quick. Up close snake battle here at the Denver Altitude versus Outlaw AP. Neither one has good back support, so neither one should probably be brave enough to go ahead and bunker. As I say that, I am exactly wrong. There it is, Outlaw Altitude with a bunker. Looks like he's probably going to be clean. Ref gets in the check. He plays on. That's going to break the game up, but there's not many bodies left for Outlaw to try to stop this. Sure enough, takes that corner, and that should be it, folks. Maybe one player left over in that tower. Nope. Outlaw AP going to towel out of that one. All right, we're going to flip over to the Chicago Distortion and the Norcal Kings game. Norcal Kings are going to be on your right. Chicago Distortion is going to be on your left. If you look at that camera feed, yes, that is the sun just beginning to peek up in the background. World Cup kicks off early. If you come here, do not expect to sleep in.
It's almost romantic that way.
That's what the players are looking for.
A little romance, romanticized paintball.
Are we on resort grounds? I think we might be on a resort grounds. The perfect romantic getaway for paintball players.
Yes, everybody enjoy.
All right, Distortion on your left, Norcal Kings on your right. Both teams into the snake. It looks like 5 clean both sides. Norcal Kings first to get up to that middle 50 brick. Super important brick over here on the snake side. Oh. Nice goggle shot. Chicago Distortion snake player going to take a walk.
What happens when you're hanging out too wide, though?
Immediately filled in. However, it looks like there might be a penalty in the background. I see multiple bodies walking out for Distortion.
Yeah. And Norcal Kings have a good placement right here in this snake. He's just kind of looking across, trying to find a body.
Meanwhile, the Chicago Distortion snake player is in a world of trouble. He's got that brick locked onto him, and he's got a snake player right in front of him.
Yeah, he's pretty much stuck there for a little bit. Might as well, build a house and start having kids.
Well, they're not going to give him an opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I've got a quick concession going on.
I would say that was kind of a no-win situation. I don't blame him. All right, we're going to switch back over to Outlaw AP versus Denver Altitude. Altitude up by 1 point. Clock is not even beginning to be a factor yet. Lots of time.
20 seconds. No.
All right, Outlaw AP a little late to the box. They're going to get there and tag up, but I hate that kind of panicky last-minute tag up.
Especially right in the morning, too. This is when you need your coffee, you need your energy drinks. You got to really be on top of your stuff. And unfortunately, Denver Altitude loses 2 on this snake side, so you know what that means. Outlaw's going to capitalize, hopefully.
Well, Outlaw's responds by dropping a player themselves. Not the best response.
Okay, and their snake is actually looking down, so hopefully he kind of puts the pieces together and he realizes, okay, this is my chance. Even though Altitude did fill this snake, but it's just one of them.
I would say that this Outlaw player is free to start going. I mean, there's really nothing stopping him if he wants to drop and crawl.
I think he's waiting on somebody to pop up, but I would love to see less posting, more taking some ground.
Well, he's getting some cross shot from perhaps the middle of the Dorito side of Altitude. But honestly, if he just drops below the horizon, it goes.
And it looks like their wing and the snake guy just kind of gave a head nod, so now it's time to kind of launch it. And it looks like they're going to try to put this snake in, even if the snake starts crawling up. And as I say that, Denver Altitude is actually going to bump over to that Dorito side tower. And as you can see, the snake player is itching to hit the highway. Ooh. He just misses a stray ball.
Yeah, Outlaw gets
not anymore.
Outlaw gets to the middle, puts a stream on him immediately, takes him out. So
Yeah,
whatever urge he had to run highway was pretty quickly stamped out.
Yeah, I'm not sure a highway this early in a point is really ideal.
Outlaw's going to cruise to a victory on this one.
For sure.
The snake player doesn't know that yet.
As his buddy runs past him.
Everybody's trotting past him. He's like, no, I got this.
He's like, I want it.
All right, well, they're going to tie that one up. We're going to kick back over to Norcal Kings versus Chicago Distortion. Kings are going to be on your left. Chicago Distortion on your right.
All right, we'll roll with it.
All right, here we go. Norcal Kings on your left. They're into the snake immediately. Both teams into
Chicago
the snake.
Distortion takes a big bite. They're actually in the Dorito off the break.
Looks like both teams doubled up at home, which is kind of risky on this field. You can't live there for long doubled up.
See, but I like the double home, but only like for a good period of time. If you're in there too long, you're going to lose one absolutely for sure.
You've got to have very disciplined players that stick to the game plan and get the hell out of there when the coach tells you to go. Unfortunately,
especially on the breakouts, you really have to stick to the plan or we're going to lose you quick.
Yep. I can't tell you how many times you tell a player, okay, only be there for 5 seconds, and then they're there for the next 5 minutes.
Right, is it 5 Mississippis or is it 5 seconds?
Yeah.
So we do have the snake filled on both sides, but it looks like the Norcal Kings are kind of, taking some more ground compared to, and you know what? He does take out this Distortion player.
Norcal Kings sliding into that snake corner. At the same time, their home player slides over to the snake insert. Snake corner slides over the snake one himself.
It looks like Distortion's going to lose 2 bodies over on that Dorito side. I'm hearing a story time call, though, so I think they're trying to put it together on what the situation is going to give them. I'd love to see this home guy leave the home and start supporting his snake guy, or spread the field either way.
It seems a little early to call story time, as if you're trying to kill clock.
And as I say that home guy is actually going to be eliminated.
They're only up by 1 point. There's 12 minutes on the clock.
Right. See, I'm telling you, we're getting a lot of concessions with this layout.
Seconds. 10 seconds. Game on.
So we've got Denver Altitude on the left. We've got Outlaws on the right.
Altitude player taking an immediate trip back to his pit. Now his home player is going to do the same.
Now it looks like the Outlaws are the only ones in the snake right now. He's looking on the inside. He's trying to shoot some Dorito guys. And then Outlaw also has a mini Aztec and someone in the home as well. And they just bumped up to the Dorito side tower.
Altitude player in S1 taking a real risk playing over the top of that thing. Got a death wish.
But hopefully there's a reward out of it, right? You take those big risks and you better pray that you get a reward. If not, your coach is having your butt when you come back.
I don't know. I think he just doesn't want to be out here at 7 a.m. in the morning playing paintball. He's like, please shoot me.
And as you said, the Outlaws actually lose their home guys. Actually, I don't know.
Altitude into D3, though. They're going to get a counter move. Is it successful?
Let's see.
Looks like a trade. Yep, sure enough. Yep. So Dorito's going to be cleared out.
Altitude kind of playing it safe in the snake. He's still kind of in the snake one. And so Outlaws are going to actually take advantage of that. They're almost on the other side of the field. He's crossed his 50. And now he's kind of checking out to see what he's got going on that Dorito side, but he doesn't see anything, so he's going to start looking snake way and see if he can take out this Outlaw player, and he actually does. Now he's just hunting at this point.
Outlaw now down into their snake and crossing the 50.
Yeah, so now they're trying to hunt out this Dorito side tower.
Yeah, it's not going to work. A little bit of a late desperation play by Altitude trying to get off that Dorito side. It's not going to work.
So we've got Distortion on the left, Norcal Kings on the right, and right now it is 2-0 in the favor of Norcal Kings.
20 seconds. 10 seconds.
Norcal Kings double this home. Hopefully it's periodically, but also they lose their snake on the run. I really hope their Aztec player kind of looks over and realizes that and starts failing.
Distortion player immediately loses a player out on the Dorito side. They are in the snake, though, and they have more control of the snake than Norcal does.
We've got a ref check going on for Distortion in that back line, but he's clean.
Norcal slides out to the snake corner, tries to slow down the snake player. Not a good line of fire from the snake corner, though, down the snake.
It's not really happening right now. Hopefully he kind of just, realizes this and starts failing. Oh, and as we said that, you know what? Distortion does lose that snake, so now's a chance. Capitalize, get in there, but Distortion automatically fills it. You know what? That's the best way to do it. Norcal Kings are going to lose their player in this Aztec on the snake side. Now their corner is looking to go. He keeps kind of checking it out. You can kind of see the body language of it, but I just don't think he's getting the opportunity he's looking for.
Chicago Distortion player is going to go to the same bunker and wrap around the 40, the S4. Hopefully he doesn't die the same way his teammate did.
I know. I kind of wish, for me, I want you to tuck that knee in. I want that to be behind that bunker because, your luck, you're getting shot in the knee, and it's just not going to work out.
I'll cover the mic if you go want to have a talk with him after the game. I agree with you.
I'm realistically, I don't even know if this mic's working right now. So.
Here we go. Bunkering move. Should be a trade out. I can't see both surviving.
So, definitely a trade out.
He didn't get hit in his knee, though, so that was...
Yes, very true. I want, 80% of your body to be tucked, and I just want your head and your gun to be out.
Yeah, if you're just getting shot in your gun and your head, then you're probably doing the game right.
Right, that's what I like to see. But if I see you hitting a body part that I know is hanging out, you're getting a talking to.
Yeah, a stern talking to.
Yeah, so Distortion's actually going to run up this middle. They're looking for the last body, and they find. I was going to say they find him, but
Norcal King wasn't aware of the proximity of the Distortion player, tried to run right past him.
And Distortion came out clean, so they're actually going to take this point as well, as long as he's clean.
Chicago Distortion is now on the board, so it's going to be 1-2 with about 10 minutes on the clock, 10 and a half. This could be this could be a high-scoring match. I'm just, you're watching on the screen the ref look at, what is probably Rob or Neil, and you know what I did not see yesterday? Not one single time. A dirty hang.
See, this is what happens. You say this, and then today it happens.
It's my fault. But do you remember seeing a dirty hang yesterday?
I did not see a dirty hang. There was a potential for one. I did see a nice little, I'm going to call it an elbow, crushed a ball, and it was a perfect little circle. And I was like, oh, man. But he was so smart. He's holding the elbow up, and he's kind of rotating as
away from
the
ref.
Like, oh yeah, he knows, I know,
yeah, then
I see it.
Yeah.
You know what? But if you can pull it off, you know what? I give you credit for that. But I was like, that is the most perfect little circle. You must have leaned on a ball, maybe.
I'll retract my statement and revise it to there's no dirty hang called.
Yes, that's me. That's exactly it. All right, so we've got Denver Altitude on the right, and we've got the Outlaws on the left. 2-1 in favor of Outlaw.
All right, well, let's take a moment to thank one of our sponsors. These sponsors make this broadcast happen, and that would be TexasHemp.com. They're a little niche brand out of the Texas area. They distribute cannabis seeds. So if you're in that area and that's a need of yours, get on top of it. TexasHemp.com. Thank you so much for sponsoring. All right, you're looking at our schedule for the rest of the day. Later in the day, we switch over the WNXL bracket.
Which was also really action-packed yesterday. I actually went home, was eating my dinner, rewatching. Even though we were here, I was like, this stuff was just insane.
I only do this because it's the best seat in the house.
All right, let's see what Altitude's up to, especially down by 1.
Outlaw with, I think, a triple gun breakout. No, a double gun breakout.
Altitude made a giant run up the middle.
Outlaws tried to take this Snakeside Tower, which really has not seen much action this weekend, and it did not work. So,
and I've got a check coming in on Altitude in that snake corner, and he's actually going to be out and eliminated. He's asking the ref where it is, which, I mean, based on yesterday, there are no dead man talking. Altitude's going to lose 3, unfortunately.
Anytime a player is saying, what, where, what are you talking about? You know they're guilty as hell.
Yeah, they want you to tell them. They know where it is. They want to see if you know where it is.
I don't know about that, ref. All right, we got a Denver Altitude up to this brick. He's going to clamp down on that snake. I'm not sure he's aware of it. No, he's not aware of the snake presence.
I did see one of them run up on the Dorito side. I'm not sure if he's made it or...
Altitude's going to concede out of that one. They're going to go down 3-1, though. 10 minutes on the clock. That's a ton. So they certainly possible coming back.
All right, so we've got Distortion on the right, Norcal Kings on the left. Distortion down by 1. And plenty of time. I mean, 10 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You can make things happen that way.
Yeah, your coach is still free to throw out whatever game plan they want.
Ooh, and you know what? Norcal Kings almost, pulled up early. I do like how Norcal Kings in that Dorito corner are, he's got a few steps back. We do love a certain angle.
I love number 52. He's wearing his butt pack as what I'm going to call a crotch pack now. He's given up on having it on his back.
I'm kind of interested in if he hops on his belly and if he's going to, kind of crawl down, how that's going to feel.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult. Unfortunately for him, Norcal teammates are peeling off right now, so they're down to 3 bodies.
Distortion has 2 in the snake right now, both very aggressive to get down here. I think that was their adjustment and their new game plan, and I do like it.
I think teams have not been aggressive enough as far as movement in the snake this weekend.
When I went home last night, I realized I still want more middle play. I feel like there's so much opportunity, and we're not getting enough. We're very much still snake heavy, and I think that's just the theme all season. People are so used to it.
And there's safe running paths to get up the middle, too. It's not like we're seeing players dying consistently trying to get up the middle.
My only critique on the 2 of them in here right now is the fact they're both looking on the inside. I would love one to still try to maybe hold Norcal in.
They do have a back player.
They do,
but
I mean, see, now we've got what I like to call a poison.
Oh, nicely done.
You know what? He makes it in.
Nicely done by number 52 in Norcal.
Let's see what happens here. We've got this ref coming in, which that was the same ref that got shot in the head when he was doing the check in the WNXL.
Wearing that pod pack as armor, I guess. He knows he's going to go bunker people. You might as well put it on your front, let it take the hits.
You got to protect the goods,
Yeah. He's in his childbearing years.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe they're trying. I don't know, but
yeah. What a lovely colloquialism. They're trying.
No hot tubs. Pod pack in the front. Pod pack in the front. If he is a spouse, they're probably watching. Like, hey, listen, at all costs.
Brought home the vitamins. That's what you get at 7 a.m. in the morning when you tune in for the...
You know what? I did spend my night with the Misfits and Rocky Cagnoni, so...
Oh, yeah.
There's no filter in that
You are corrupted, yeah.
Yes. We're grilling at 8 p.m. with Rocky Cagnoni with a headlight on. His dog's jumping in the pool. It was just chaos. And I was like, I should really be in bed at this point.
That sounds pretty awesome, actually. I got to come party at your house.
Yeah, come on over. We had steaks last night. They were perfect, of all temperatures.
The production crew went to Applebee's.
Oh, lovely. We do
fun.
love a good Applebee's, especially that appetizer where you can get multiple things.
Yeah, I might have done that. That also might have been my breakfast this morning. All right, Denver Altitude versus Outlaw AP. Denver in a little bit of a hole here, although they got a ton of time to try to bring it back. Take another opportunity to thank Texas Hemp TexasHemp.com, working down in that area, getting cannabis seeds out to their customers. Thank you for sponsoring this webcast.
Can we also shout out all these pod runners that are here 7 a.m. doing laps, full speed?
You know what I'd like to see more of, though, is pod runners in, like, Halloween costumes. We see that occasionally up in New England,
yes,
and it's
we
awesome.
We had a monkey, we had a banana one year. I really enjoyed that stuff. It makes it fun.
All right, altitude clean out 5, both teams up the middle.
And Outlaw's got somebody in that giant brick, and Altitude's got somebody in that giant wing.
Looks like 5 alive clean for both teams.
Factory's got a snake player in. He's kind of going to wrap really tight. See how his... Oh, I say that and his knee's out. I take it back. No credit for you.
Oh, here's an opportunity for a kill here. That player for Altitude needs to get out of that bunker or get back to the backside of it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, and we've got... And I'm assuming... Oh. Okay, now the snake guy kind of needs to look inside because he's got an Altitude player just waiting for him in there. Question is, who notices first? Oh, and it's going to be Outlaw Factory. He notices that guy in there. He takes him out. Now he's looking for the snake player.
Both brick players cleaned out, so it's now
We've got a
mono.
minor penalty going on for Factory, and the Aztec takes 2.
There's a launch, and it's just going to result in a 1-for-1. Well, not a penalty 1-for-1, just a body exchange.
Yeah, and Altitude's going to lose their snake player, so now it's kind of looking like someone's still in that home. No, he's in the snake corner.
Altitude also losing backline players, so they're running out of bodies here. Actually, it got bloodbath real quick out there. It looks like both teams just...
Yeah, and I believe I've seen an Outlaw player taking the walk from the Dorito side.
Altitude corner trying to figure it out. He's just looking for bodies.
Right.
It's a little bit rougher if you're on this snake side trying to look cross because there's still a bit of a sun factor.
He's making the run, though. He's going to jump that beam and start kind of... And this is what I like. He's hunting, but he's going to, like, fill in on the biggest bunkers. It gives him the most coverage just in case somebody's left. I think it's a smart move.
Cautiously closing it out, number 57. Good work.
He's going to take that point.
Altitude going to claw back into this a little bit. 2-3. All right, you're watching Distortion and Norcal Kings taking the field again. Game's tied up 2-2. We got 8.5 on the clock. Basically, the game is at 0 with plenty of time, so that's...
So this is when you start seeing players get into their most confident bunkers because they need to get back up. So you're going to see a lot of, like, their bread and butter plays for sure.
What should be bread and butter is both teams should be taking this 50 brick or attempting to take this 50 brick on the snake side every breakout. That's what they should be doing.
I want to see more of it.
The smart teams are doing it, and I'm not seeing bodies dying trying to get to it. So there's...
you have so much coverage to make those runs. If you're not,
Yeah.
I just don't know what's happening here.
And it's critical to controlling the snake.
All right, so Norcal Kings are going to fill that snake. Oh, and they actually lose their Aztec player, but they do actually make it to that giant wing, and then they've got somebody in that home. And as we say that, look at, they're in the brick.
Distortion 5 alive. Looks like we lost the Dorito side for Norcal.
And this is that ideal combo for Norcal Kings. They've got a snake player. They've got that brick player. He's waiting for the other snake to come in, making his buddy's job easier. And as I say that, a ref is running in to check his snake.
Again, wearing his butt pack on the front of his body.
Oh.
This has become a theme.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to ask him, like, what was the scoop? Is this a new fashion trend?
What is going on?
Something going on here. As we say this, we're actually going to lose a Norcal King.
Yeah, so it looks like they're down to 3 bodies over here for Norcal.
Yeah, and it looks like Distortion's got, I believe, 4. And as I say that, they lose their snake as well. So now the snake is pretty much open. I'm hoping that snake corner from Distortion notices and obviously takes advantage of that.
Distortion player going to cross the 50 in the snake, sliding up to their S4. Unfortunately for Distortion, their snake corner really can't do much about that.
Yeah, and I mean, Norcal Kings does have that snake in there, and he's kind of looking for someone in that Dorito side to kind of take out.
So Distortion home, snake corner.
Yeah, Norcal Kings still have a good setup. They've got that snake, they've got that brick, and we do love the brick guy kind of supporting and covering, making sure that his snake guy can stay on this cross.
Yeah, Norcal definitely in control at this point. Distortion on their back feet, hoping to just win a gunfight. They're a little bunched up over here on the snake side with the snake insert, the corner, that home.
And if we're correct and there's only 2 Norcal Kings, I think this is the combo to have in the situation. Although I love when a team is going to spread the field like this, but I think this combo is ideal.
So we got 4 bodies alive for Distortion, but it sure feels like Norcal is in the driver's seat on this one.
Right, they actually have their own pace going on. They're containing someone on that Dorito side. I can't tell who it is.
Yeah, so we've got Mini Temple over there. We've got the home snake insert and the snake corner still alive for Distortion. So that Mini Temple is the farthest Dorito side that they got
Distortion's
going on.
kind of, getting a little risky. They're leaning out of that home bunker.
Do we have anything left alive over there for Norcal Kings on the Dorito side?
Really, just the 2 of them. I don't see anybody else.
It feels like they're winning this game 2-on-4.
I know, and they're very patient about it. Like this brick is just waiting for somebody to give him the opportunity, and he's going to take that as soon as he can.
I think it's number 52 here in the snake that's most likely to catch a player transitioning over there on the Dorito side.
For sure, and because Distortion doesn't have anybody in the snake. Oh, and as we say that snake tower's
that
coming in.
That is not going to work. That should not work, and it does work.
No, yeah, and it takes him as a trade. So now, this is a coach's opinion, right? Like, how do you've got 1 body left. You think he can take out, 3?
That was great shooting on the run by the Distortion player. That should not have worked. He was running into a gun waiting for him. He still managed to get the trade.
I mean, he probably noticed the pace and that 52 had, was in the driver's seat. And, with your biggest risk, you need to take that guy out. Ooh.
There's another big.
And what a slide for Distortion. He makes it.
He's got to get his gun ready.
I know. I'm trying to avoid the paint splatter.
At the same time, there's going to be a run through on the backside from Dorito. That was some great action by Distortion as far as guys launching.
Very smart combo. I
really
think,
smart
the distraction of trying to catch the snake player, and then his Dorito side was like, all right, cool, that guy's looking this way.
So, on one hand, I can make an argument when you're say 3-on-1, your players don't need to make stupid run-throughs. Just tighten the vise, just slowly, squeeze down. So I would normally not advise to do those big launches, but each one of those 3 launches was a very smart launch. It wasn't,
For sure.
It wasn't just wild card, rogue stuff.
All right.
20 seconds.
And I'm kind of impressed with Norcal. I'm assuming that their coach had full faith that he was going to make it happen, and so.
10 seconds.
All right, Outlaw AP on your left. They're up by 1 point. Still 6 minutes on the clock.
Actually, 8:13.
8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how numbers work?
It is. I mean, I don't blame you. The yellow and white is a little difficult, but I do like the color scheme going on. And it looks like Altitude's going to lose a body coming in here. They do have a snake, a home, and it looks like a Dorito corner.
Outlaw AP into the snake 3. They lose a Dorito player too, so we're matched up 4-on-4.
Right now, we got a even Steven going on here. Oh, and Altitude loses their snake guy, so Factory's kind of got the advantage here because they do have the snake here.
Yeah, as we saw yesterday, there's a drop shot into that snake between S1 and S2, and you could be
hear
crawling and feel safe and just get clipped.
And I remember when we had Jordan Boyam, he was talking about, I want my gun to be at X thing because I want to be able to have those drop shots. Perfect. And I was like, oh, okay, fancy. It's little details. And we've got a ref check going in on that Dorito tower. It looks like he's clean, though. All right, here we go. We've got the 2 snakes kind of creeping up on each other. The question is, who realizes what?
Outlaw AP player going full on sneaky, although he did bump that 50 bunker. That might be enough to give him away. It does.
Take the run down.
Honestly, if I have to be really cold-hearted and look at that tactically, I don't like that trade because Denver Altitude didn't have another body to fill in the snake or do anything with that.
Right.
So he traded his body, and maybe you can say, well, maybe if you got him clean and got through that, he could have blown up the field, and but as it worked out, a 1-for-1 trade was not great in that situation.
And I think what's important is to communicate to your guys, like, hey, I'm going to go take this trade. I'm not coming back, and it's going to be on you to kind of put the 2 and 2 together.
In that situation, he was the guys. I think he was all that was left.
He was the one.
Yeah.
Well, I know sometimes teams will have players talk out loud, like somebody is there to kind of.
Oh yeah.
We do
Yeah,
that
yeah.
a lot locally.
Yeah, you make up a
Gemma
fake
is
team member.
really- yeah,
Yeah,
so-
Henry or something like that.
I know back in the day, Gemma's yelling, "Hey Bobby, hey Bobby!" Bobby's nowhere to be found on this field, so the other team is just like,
No,
"What is
no.
happening?
Bobby
Where is the
Frederick was
last
long
body?"
flagged out of the game.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
That's a New England joke for anybody that's watching.
Yes, we do have Bobby Fredericks, who is a penalty magnet. All right, so Chicago Distortion is going to be on the right, Norcal Kings on the left. 3-2 for Distortion.
And yes, this is the sun filter on the, on the
Yes,
camera.
yes.
It is. The
It's
sun is
also just,
fully
we've got
up.
a minor penalty going on from the Norcal Kings on the Dorito side, so they're going to lose a player and their buddy.
So NorCal Kings pretty much losing their Dorito side. Now they're going to lose their home. This snake player needs to do some incredible work here to pull this thing out of a
Yeah,
tailspin.
Distortion's watching the bodies drop, so he's going to start running down this snake. He's just got to be a little more careful because, I mean, Norcal does have somebody in the snake with him as well.
There it is. There's the towel up. Yeah.
The concessions are consistent today.
Yeah, there haven't been a lot of buzzer push presses. It's almost all been towels.
Yeah, so that last match has, 4 minutes left in it.
All right, I'll take another moment to thank our sponsor. That is TexasHemp.com. It's run by Jared Sherman of Austin Notorious. So one of our own. If you want to support one of our own in the sport,
30 seconds.
check out his website.
That's what I kind of love about paintball is you have a wide variety of companies and jobs, and you meet people and you're like, I never knew that. Yesterday I met a preacher, and I was like, what?
You met a
What?
preacher?
Yes, he was like, oh, I'm a preacher, and I was like, that's fun. I didn't expect you to be here in probably a violent sport, but
Yeah.
I mean, I like that.
Do you know I'm technically a minister?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, it's universallifechurch.com. I've ministered like 4 weddings now at this point.
Okay, so you can do mine when we
Yeah,
actually do the
yeah,
ceremony.
yeah.
Perfect.
But being internet certified as a minister, my my ministry is only valid within range of Wi-Fi. You
So
need to know
Outlaw
that.
Factory's actually going to lose a body on that Dorito side. It looks like he's taking the walk. Ooh.
Altitude loses a Dorito side player.
You know what I just saw from the snake guy? He caught a ball, but it just bounced right off his head. And he looked over and he was like, thank the heavens.
Yeah, that's the benefit of having a soft head.
Yes, well, it's those beanies,
It is.
Especially the brown ones are good luck, according to Jen Folk.
What if in the sport we should just grow a lot of hair to add to the bounce factor?
We do have somebody in our area who's got a lot of hair, and it actually catches more balls than what you would think.
It's true.
So I do like this Outlaw guy. He's kind of hanging in the cake. He's kind of reading the information, feeding it back to his back guy, and then he's going to start making moves.
Altitude player leaving home, getting over to that mini insert. Now you've got his altitude snake player as backup because there's snake insert. Jumped into that snake 1, now snake 2.
Outlaw Snake is kind of looking for some sort of body on that cross shot on the inside.
I am not sure that the altitude snake 2 player, number 2 here, was aware that his front player was still alive. He was crawling so far forward. I get the feeling that he thought his snake player was dead.
Right, and that's my biggest pet peeve is I don't want you like right next to each other because then
All
it's
in
just
your
an
space.
easy 2-body
Yeah,
situation here.
and they're both looking inside. So if this outlaw player launches, he could probably get 2 shots.
Yeah.
Now the altitude back switches to the outside.
Yeah, I mean, the Outlaw guy must be on a job, must be dead set on a job because he's not really looking down. His snake can is actually looking down for him, but again, what can you see and what can you do in that situation? And this is what I like. You got Altitude, who's one's looking down the snake way, and one's looking on the inside. If you're going to have 2, you better not be on the same job. Oh, and you know what? Factory does lose their snake guy.
His hit is on his back.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Did he get shot by his
Not
corner?
to blame anybody, but I almost wonder if it's a team kill. If you're hearing this, please tell me later because I'm a curious girl.
Sorry. So sorry. All right, Outlaw up 4-2. Clock is now down to 4.5. Altitude should show a little bit more sense of urgency, but they don't need to be stupid about it yet.
Right.
If they lose this point, they're going to be in a real tough clock situation.
I mean, statistically speaking, they've only got 4 minutes left, so we need a few more points to start tying it up, and then they better pray for some overtime.
If Altitude drops this one and they're down by 3 points, that clock is going to be a real tough challenger at that point. Altitude in that mini wall in the back. He's looking to the snake side. He's going to try to help prevent a run through.
And I can't tell how many players are left on this Outlaw side. Oh, and we've got some nice little sign. Okay, I was going to say, they better stay in communication, but it looks like they are. So props to them. Altitude does lose a body.
Altitude peeling a body off from that Dorito side.
Yeah, and Outlaw's actually bumped up to the Dorito. One of their guys is taking the walk, though, so I don't know if they had 3 bodies and they're down to 2.
I think Altitude may be down to just 2 bodies themselves. Snake and that mini wall in the back line.
Yeah, so we've got a kind of fair trade here. They also have a Snake over here on the Outlaw side, and then the Dorito guy. And it looks like his body language is like he's ready to run it, but I think he's trying to be cautious because there's only 2 of them. Oh, and I see that, and the Snake guy also is showing the same body language. I just don't think a rundown right now is ideal for him.
No. I think there's an opportunity to jump the highway, maybe.
Well, I don't know, because I think that the mini might be able to see him and take him out.
I was saying for the Altitude player. I think the Altitude player might have.
Yes, I think that would be ideal.
He might
Unless
be able
the
to
Dorito here is going to watch that happen and try to save the Snake guy.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Especially when the Snake guy is so tucked in. Yeah, see?
Yes.
You know what? Honestly, I think you deserve that. That was a silly move, and the risk was not giving you a reward whatsoever.
Last Altitude player drops back to the home. Now he's going to try to slide over the mini insert. I don't think it's going to work.
So that bump, I don't really know why that happens.
Well, the home is not a great bunker to be the last bunker to try to live in. It's a bad Alamo.
Right. Well, we all know how I feel about cans. It's only a 70% chance success rate off the rip, and it just decreases from there the longer you stay in there.
Wait, you have stats on cans?
I do have stats. So cans are probably, every other bunker, depending on sizing, 100% success rate the second you get in there. A can, you start off at 70, and it just quickly declines from there, whereas other bunkers takes a little longer to start declining. So I'm not a huge fan of cans, but this can I like because it's got more coverage in the middle because you've got the bricks, you've got the wings. So they're able to double up there, but you really can't be in there long, and it's not a bunker you want to be in to, have a gunfight.
All right. We could make up statistics. I don't think anybody's going to check us. Let's go for it.
Well, I mean, let's see. I don't even know how long I've been coaching. 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the stats have always been tracked throughout the years, so developing, the shape and size of things.
All right, Distortion up by 2 points.
Yeah, and
4
we've
minutes
got
on the
Norcal
clock.
Kings, and I don't know if the field is a little wet and muddy because they're sliding into the Snake corner.
Definitely first morning, too. It's definitely very slidey right now.
Norcal Kings does lose a body, and they lose another coming up to this middle and that brick.
Norcal cannot afford to throw bodies away in this clock and point situation, but they are doing it. So Chicago Distortion in a strong position. They got 5 alive. Clock is winding down in their favor. They're up by 2 points.
And they've got a good spread, too. I really enjoy that they've got that Dorito tower.
Number 4, Kemp is going to take a walk from a can, of all things.
Yeah, see? Cans are not ideal.
30% chance you're going to get shot, sir, according to Nicole.
Yeah, your time frame has just decreased as you stay in there. So we've got some corner-on-corner action here in this Snake. And, looks like Distortion also has a Snake player in there. But I can hear
corner-on-corner action here at the NXL.
Yeah. I can hear a red alert over here. So they know the Snake's there.
All right, Distortion's still in a good position as far as time-wise and points-wise.
See, now this home player on Norcal Kings, it's getting tight. This is your chance to get out of there.
But, Norcal doesn't just need to live. They need to actually win something. And losing those 2 bodies right off the rip, that's pretty much put them in an awful position to try to mount an offense.
And with 2:55 on the clock, you need at least a point a minute right now. So a little aggression would be great. We've got Jensen 52, who's kind of on the cross right now out of this can.
Look at that home player just desperately trying to live.
Yeah.
He's going to lose his
Snake
Snake
lose a corner, so now this home guy. I believe if he's all by himself, I can't tell. Oh, actually, no, I take it back. There is one in the Dorito.
Moorhead living behind his gun and his beard. That's the only thing keeping him alive right now. We're now approaching the 2-minute mark. You know what? If you're the Norcal coach, you might want to think about toweling out of this one.
I want to see some action, and I want to see it quick. That's the whole thing. I'm going to buzz on you if I don't see you moving and grooving.
That's what the people demand.
Mm-hmm. as I say that, they do lose that Dorito guy, so I think it's just this home guy. And
I still think they should be toweling out of this one.
yeah, I'm not really sure what the game plan is here.
They lost their Dorito side also. I think it's just Moorhead.
Right, and they've got a minute 40 on the clock, so even if you're trying to at least maybe save margin, you want to
below a certain time horizon, now you just let them play. Because
oh my gosh, there was another Norcal Kings. Okay, so they had 3, they lost 2.
They're still not toweling out. They just lost Moorhead.
I don't know what's happening here. Maybe they forgot where the towel is.
Yeah. There it is.
There it is. Okay, so let's see. Minute 19, so not ideal for, usually the 90-second mark, I'm doing some sort of 30-second point, because then if it doesn't work out, I still have a minute to try to compensate here. So, but a minute 20 doesn't really give you that much opportunity to do so.
Do you tell your guys, you got 30 seconds and I'm toweling regardless of situation?
So
whether you actually do that or not, do you threaten your guys that you've got 30 seconds to go win this point, or I'm toweling, I don't care where you are? It's false threat, but you just have to light a fire under their ass?
They know a minute 90, I'm throwing a 30-second. And then if at that 30-second mark, I want 60 seconds. If you haven't done anything, if you haven't made it all the way down there, I'm toweling on you, because I need that minute to somehow, some way make something happen. All right, so Altitude on the right, Outlaw on the left, 5-2 in favor of Outlaw.
Outlaw's going to need something really bad to happen to lose this match at this point. They're up by 3, 2 minutes on the clock.
And you know what? Altitude's taking a big run. See, he tried to make that Dorito, but he got shot on the run.
That is
taking
the
a few
sun.
More to the back as well.
That is the sun and not a nuclear blast in the background. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah, it was romantic, and now being blind, it's not as romantic.
We look like we're at Los Alamos.
So we've got 5 and 55, both in the snake. One looking down, one looking on the inside. And you know what? They allowed Outlaw to fill Dorito away, and I think that's unfortunate.
Yeah, Outlaw dropping a couple players now.
Okay, we're popping the top on this cake, and I'm not comfortable with that.
Attempted run through by number 57 there from Altitude. Don't think he does any damage.
Yeah, minute 27, so this is the time.
This is slipping away for Altitude. What little chances they had are really disappearing.
I know, at this point, they really just need to, save margin. Put another point on the board. Don't make it as bad.
Yeah, try to win the point, but the match is now over.
Yep, a minute 10.
He's about to get blown up by the snake. There it
is.
is.
Altitude does lose their snake tower as well, and their snake.
Again, I'm okay with number 5 there taking risks in this situation. Why not?
Yeah, especially in this scenario. 60 seconds on the clock.
Looks like we might have had hopper problems over here for number 3 on Outlaw. So Outlaw's just going to sit on this. If I'm the Altitude coach, I'm not even sure there's a point in toweling.
Right. You kind of just have to accept your fate at this point. 34 on the clock. What can you do? And Outlaw, you know what? They want those points. They're going to take, Oh, look at that clock. You got 20 seconds to check each other. Clock management. Making me nervous here. There we go.
With 1 second on the clock.
Oh, gosh.
We're going to go up 6-2 on this one. Congratulations to Outlaw AP Factory.
Nothing like starting off the morning with a 6-2. If that doesn't hype you up and build some nice momentum and morale, I don't know what can.
Also, as a really wimpy Northeastern player, I would prefer to play in the morning down here for the heat reasons.
I know. Yesterday I was like, I don't belong here. I'm from Boston. Yeah. It's really hot.
Yeah. We already got snow in New Hampshire the other day.
Oh, gosh. Which is crazy because I feel like Halloween we were trick-or-treating and I was also very sweaty. It was really warm that night.
Yeah, it's been a warm fall.
All right, so Distortion's going to be on the right, Norcal Kings on the left. We've got a minute 20, so I think same scenario. Norcal Kings is going to have to just kind of accept their fate, and hopefully they focus on that next match they've got.
If Norcal Kings really think they have a chance at this, what you're going to see is 5 bodies just flying down the field, ignoring bunkers.
A little flying bee, if you will.
Because you would have to do that 3 times in a row.
Yeah, Distortion's going to double up this home.
Yeah.
Kind of similar breakout to what they've been using, and you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, Norcal loses a body. They're definitely not just
and you're right. We do have a Norcal
send.
who's making the run all the way to that giant brick.
Yeah.
This is that die on your sword moment.
Well, I think NorCal's just decided to do a relatively basic breakout, not try anything crazy, let the match go.
They're trying some risky moves, see if it'll like bring them some sort of benefit, maybe use it later on.
So, yeah, I was going to say you can switch mentalities as big run through down the Dorito side by NorCal. He gets all the way to the corner.
Things get sloppy, especially now. People are running around like crazy. This is when majors happen, and that's what makes them nervous.
All right. Well, they're going to leave 35 seconds on the clock. With it's going to go up to 6-2, assuming he's clean. He is clean.
Okay, 2 6-2s. Maybe it's our lucky number. We should go play the lottery.
Well, there's 35 seconds on the clock. There, could be another point scored here.
Okay, but you're Distortion, right? What's your game plan here? You're gonna put 5 on the back, and you're just gonna
Now here's a better question: if you're Norcal Kings, if I'm the Norcal Kings coach, which if you're listening, don't hire me. If I'm the Norcal Kings coach, I'm not going to treat this as a tournament point. I'm going to treat this as a practice point.
Absolutely.
I've got another match today, probably, or and tomorrow or whatever. I'm going to say, hey, there's this one game plan that we haven't tried yet. Let's roll it out and see what happens. I don't really care about winning the point. I just want to use it as practice.
And I do love our ad for Tiki's Paintball that came out. Tiki's Paintball is probably one of my favorite fields to be at.
Yeah.
We went there once. I was pregnant as heck. And they were so nice, like, let's get you a chair, let's get you this. And they're just lovely. Lovely to be there. The views are great because the Mounds Fields, you're watching from the top.
Oh, nice.
So it's a great view. And I'll just never forget Dave Painter and Eddie Painter finishing off a point. The poor player is in the corner just puking. And you see Dave and Eddie just pinching him out. And I was like, this poor man.
No mercy.
And the ref's like, do not take your mask off. And he's just puking through the mask. And you just see Dave and he goes, I'm just going to give you just one ball. And so he shot him and he was like, are you okay? We all know Dave Painter. He's super lovely like that. But no, Tiki's is absolutely a great field. I'd love to go back sometime. The hammocks. Have you ever been?
No.
They have hammocks.
Wow.
So, you're in between points. You're sitting in a hammock. You're enjoying yourself.
I wouldn't be playing.
You're a spouse. You're enjoying yourself.
I would just be hammocking the whole day.
You'd miss a match. Like, oh, sorry, I was in the hammock.
Yeah. What do you want?
Mm-hmm. All right, Norcal Kings on the right, Distortion on the left. This is when Cal Kings needs to try to see what can we use later, what risk is going to be worthy of kind of making adjustments and changing it up.
Coming up next, we have a great couple games. New York Wrecking Crew versus Newbies and Leverage versus Royal City Sea Dogs.
So excited for this one.
You're going to see the spectator sideline really start swelling, even though it's going to be an early game.
Oh, absolutely. See the numbers popping up on their feed as well.
Yep.
If you're missing that match, it's a shame.
All right, well, let's take another moment to thank our sponsors. So we've got Texas Hemp, run by a member of Austin Notorious. If you're down in the Austin area, he specializes in cannabis seeds, nothing but in cannabis seeds. So try to help support our sponsors if you can. It's what brings us this webcast and what lets you sit at home and watch paintball. Well, probably sit at work and watch paintball on a Friday.
I keep forgetting it's a Friday.
Right?
Yeah, I wish I had a green thumb because, I would totally be like, oh, send me some seeds, but it could not be me.
You're a mother. I think you're good at growing things.
No. Humans, sure. Plants.
Okay.
Cannabis, not so much.
Department of Human Services, if you're listening to this, your children are fine.
Everybody's fine.
All right, Distortion on your left.
Norcal Kings with a big run up this middle, and the two of them, but they lose somebody coming in.
They're going to just keep going.
On this sink, they lose him as well.
Norcal with a body alive, so they use the first body to draw the gun. Second body gets that 50 brick on the right side.
They do clear 3 of Distortion out as well.
Yeah.
17 on the clock.
Oh, is he alive?
He is. I think they missed him. And
wow.
That's probably the worst case scenario is to have a player run by you, hit that base, and you are still alive.
Oh. So that was the second player in that kind of up the middle, I won't call it a freight train.
Two of them, yeah, and they lost one, and this guy still kept going.
Well, the first player for Norcal went through the middle, drew a bunch of guns, and it allowed number 56 here to get to that brick.
Right.
And that might be Moorhead again. And they just got lost in the chaos. And we are at 12 seconds, so technically there's going to be another point.
You know what that means.
Yeah.
They pull a Colton Doll. They run an 11.
Oh, let's not say that.
Okay, minus the injury and the scare tactics and all that, and his mom being very worried.
Oh.
Minus all that.
If you were watching the Mid-Atlantic Major at Atlantic City earlier this year, Colton Doll of New York Wrecking Crew They were in a last-second desperate situation to get a point on the board. Colton was like kind of at the back end of the running pack, and he got to the start box of the other team. I think it was playing P-Mob actually, and hit the buzzer at Mach 2, and then launched himself, violently into the air.
Right.
Somersaulted into a
flipped
pole.
right over.
It was really, and he was legitimately injured. It was a very scary moment.
Very, very worrisome. I know that. His mom was messaging me like, "Are you there? Are you with them?" And I was like, "Unfortunately, not." I was like, "I'm also watching from TV and very concerned. I hope he's okay." And we heard from him, and he said he was just fine.
It was very scary.
Very much, especially he's young.
I just talked to his dad today. He says he's fine. He's doing well.
Yeah. It was a quick recoup. Especially that age. Most kids recover from things so easily.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Yeah, it's crap.
I wake up every morning full of pain.
My knees are creaking.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
I have said that getting older is you just keep adding pains, and that you don't know where they come from, and they never go away.
Yeah.
And you don't even realize it anymore. If my 20-year-old self could teleport into my body right now, I would immediately drop to the ground screaming in pain and requesting ambulance services. And I'm just like living with it day to day.
And you're looking into all things. You're like, I need a chiropractor. I need physical therapy. I need this.
No, this body's too far gone. It's a waste of money. All right, Norcal on your left. Down 3 points, 12 seconds on the clock.
Another run through.
Yeah.
You have to.
Again, treat it as a practice. Have some fun with it.
Yeah. Just don't catch a major or anything.
Yeah, this one's not going to work as well as the previous one.
I know. And that's it. So Distortion 6-3.
No points.
All right, well, congratulations to Distortion. That is going to wrap up our first match of the day. Quickly, while you have about 2 or 3 minutes, go get a drink, go hit the bathroom, because when you come back, you're not going to want to miss these next 2 matches.
Absolutely. Grab your breakfast, too.
Big teams on the docket. So thank you so much for joining us here on Friday at your NXL World Cup. We'll see you in a minute.